Hello and welcome to the Dick Campbell Gym, where it is the home opener for the Dukes. They will be facing off their program rival in the Glenbard West Hilltoppers. For YSN, I'm Griffin, Hanna, joined alongside me, Henry Borchers. Henry, what do you expect to see in this game?
Yeah, it'll be a big, heavy matchup between two powerhouses. We know the Dukes in previous years got second in state for the first time in program history, trying to make a run back towards that state championship. Glenbard West been the powerhouse of the past couple years. Always had a really good team to put against the competition. A couple new additions here to the York Dukes bench. Libero number 10, Connor Evans, new for the Dukes here on the varsity team.
Definitely a lot of age groups for the Dukes here. Somewhat top-heavy. Majority of this roster is seniors, but there are a lot of underclassmen, including the setter, Brady Steffens, number 25, and number 23, Owen Rodriguez, both of them being underclassmen. Brady Steffens, a sophomore, Owen Rodriguez, a freshman, starting on varsity.
Yeah, definitely seen a breakout season from him so far. We'll have to see how he competes against this really heavy GBW team. And you know the big man, Hunter Stepanek, his fourth year in the program, trying to make a run for the last year of eligibility he has here at York before he heads off to Princeton. We know he's a double commit for volleyball and football. Princeton is going to get an absolute animal out of him.
Glenbard West going to win the race to the net. You know, didn't see a lot of heart out of Evans there. Maybe this Dukes program not doing it this year.
You know, Evans, we've seen him go crazy in the past, so we'll have to see how he brings the energy today. Passed really well at their tournament here at St. Louis when they went down state to that, and they passed well so far in the season so far. So we'll have to see how he can keep it up. Him starting over the two seniors of Dylan and Yusuf, so Duke's looking to go deep in the playoffs this year.
York 4-0 to start the season. This is their first real test. The team only dropping one set, and that did come in that St. Louis tournament that you previously mentioned. They played that over spring break. This is the first game of conference play and the first game that is a possibility for them to lose.
Both JV and varsity will will stay here at York when they take on Lincoln Way East this coming Thursday. We'll have to see how that pans out for the Dukes. It'll again be a very good test of this Dukes offense and see how well they're able to run it in contention and in conference play.
Glenbard West set to serve. Dukes coming out and serve receive 6 for their formation. Stepanek in the backcourt. Interesting look there. Back to serve. Number 1, Carter Long. Goes right at small. Steffens. Hunter from the outside. The setter gives it to the outside. Big swing. Evans gets a hand on it. Free balls it over. Libero to the setter. Back to the outside. Connors hits the deck once again up. Stepanek. Big swing. Libero gets that one. Setter. Once again to number 17, the outside. Small hits the ground. Steffens. Now this time Rodriguez the right side. Roll shot there. 3 to the middle, and that one's going to fall down. Number 18, Jack Belda, only a sophomore, standing at 6'5".
Steven's doing a good job to get his hand on that one. We've seen him struggle in previous years with defense, so we'll have to see how he picks this up. Definitely a lot faster pace of play compared to club, or most kids are used to.
Small, Stepanek. Gets it to the back corner there. In comes Owen Sir. Out goes Connor Evans.
Great little tip over the back.
I don't know if you can see that, but out goes the lacrosse team as well. Leo Nardini back to serve. Gets it in zone 5. Big swing there. Number 18. Jack Belda, yet another kill already. Now the libero, Brendan Markey, back to serve for the Hilltoppers.
Good serve by Leo Nardini, but Brelda, what an absolute ace on that one.
Libero gives it to Evans. Stepanek pushes that one through the block. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. Duke's point there.
Look to see Hunter use that block all day long. One of his favorite things to do is tool off the block, so we'll not be surprised if he continues to do that, but Glenbard West going to try to shut him off this time.
Henry Arnett and Chase McCall into the game. McCall the right side, Arnett the setter. Floats this one over, goes right at the outside. 3, sets that outside. He now pushes through the block. Number 17, the sophomore, Christian Cudzillo, gets his first kill of the game. Number 10, Cole Johnson. Back to serve for the Hilltoppers. He floats it over, goes right at Small. Arnett to serve. Right side this time swings. Evans got it. Arnett out to Stepanek. Stepanek pushes, gets that one to fall.
Yeah, Arnett just a little bit too far, but Stepanek able to use that huge wingspan he has to get that one to drop down. He's already got 3 today.
Stepanek, this time serving for the Dukes, goes right at the libero. Small, almost with the tip block. He's calling for them in the net, but the ref's not going to give it to him. Back goes the outside, number 17, Christian Cudzillo.
Very lucky there by GBW to get that one up and then not be a bounce ball kill. If the middle was in the right position, that one would have been a smash.
Cudzillo floats this one, goes right at Evans. Arnett to serve, gets blocked at the net. Duke's still with it. This time to McCall. McCall swings. Cudzilla's there. 10. Evans, sky ball there, hits the PA system. Ball still up, Small with the roll shot. And number 19, Otis Jan, just finds a hole in the center of the court there.
Yeah, Small going zone 6, not this place he wants to drop that.
Cudzillo right at Stepanek. Miscommunication there. That's going to result in Glenbard West point. McCall and Arnett got caught up. No one calling it.
Yeah, Chase, you're starting right side for this game. We've seen him play well over St. Louis time.
Small pushes through the block. They're going to call Glenbard West in the net anyway. So he's going to get the kill. Alex Small, a very versatile player, started his career off at the right side position, transitioned to outside, and now he's playing both roles for this varsity team. 9 to 10. 10! Bad set there. He's calling for him, but they're going to give it to the Dukes. Cole Johnson, the junior, unable to get that set.
Yeah,
Ian is outside.
Ian Hoser with an overpass, not able to reel that one in. Good serve by Evans, though, right back to Hoster.
Johnson gets it right to the middle, and that's a big swing out of Otis Jan.
Yeah, good serve by Evans, but even a bigger respawn from GBW, and that one drops down, like you said, for a kill.
$19 right to Small. Arnett going to McCall. McCall tries to get through the block. Ball is still alive. Johnson to the outside, number 9. Right at Stepanek. Arnett to Small. Small roll shot. Johnson, back row attack there for Arnett, pushes out to the outside. Small roll shot once again. Johnson, this time to the right side. Big swing. Arnett's there. Setter's dead. Libero gets it. Small has to use his opposite hand. And that's going to be Glenbard West's ball.
Just a little bit too much there for Evans to control, and that one just going to go way over the head of Small. He's not able to get that one off with his left hand. GBW once again trying to add to their lead. They're up 3. We'll have to see how they can push from here.
Jan to serve. Right at Small. 2-point pass there. Nardini does the best he can with that. 18, Jack Belda puts that one back on the ground. Jan back to serve for the Hilltoppers. Coach Dowdy going to call his first timeout here of the set, trailing down 4. Don't go anywhere. You are watching boys volleyball here on York Sports Network. We welcome you back into the timeout where the score is 9-5. The Hilltoppers lead. Jan goes right at small. Arnett. McCall pushes. Jan hits the deck there, unable to get that pass back up. In comes Steffens, in comes Rodriguez. Out goes McCall and Arnett. Duke's going with a 6-2 rotation. Steffens swings, tries to hit the 6 zone. Johnson, perfect set there to Belda. Glenbard West clicking on all cylinders.
Add that one to your clip list. Beautiful one-hand set to the middle attack.
In comes the setter, Finella, back to serve. So Glenbard West also running a 6-2. Small, Steffens, Nardini!
Once again, Leo Nardini showing just how versatile he can be on the other side of the net, getting up an absolute beautiful kill there. Middle run, everything was perfect. Just about that.
Nardini trying to spark some life into this Duke's offense. Small goes right into zone 1. Finella back to Belda. Belda's going to get called for being in the net. Sorry, that was on Johnson. Out goes number 9. In comes number 1, Carter Long. And he's going to go back to serve. Long. Evans, 3-point pass there.
Little too tight on that one. And that one's going to send Brady Stevens way over the net. Not touching the net, but not a good set. Trying to pull that one off will be Evans.
Long once again. This time at small. Steffens uses his platform. Stepanek from the outside. Long hits the deck. Rodriguez.
The freshman getting in on the action.
Breaking the program rule of always going up with 2, but Dowdy will be happy with the result of that one. Nardini. Big swing there from Belda, but it's out.
Good job by Brady Stevens there, going all the way to the line. That one almost got to go off his platform, but just outside the line. Here comes Nardini yet again.
Setter is alive. Cudzillo. Overpass there. That's going to fall out of bounds. Nardini going on somewhat of a little bit of a serving streak.
Yeah, Nardini 3 for 3. Here he comes trying to add to the Duke's lead.
Nardini once again, this time. A little bit too much power. Out goes Belda. In comes Jan. Set is now dead for the Hilltoppers. Libero tries to make it fall right in that donut hole, and he does. Miscommunication between small and serve results in that dig going right into the net.
Yeah, Duke's looking for the same sort of float serve. Evans back in for the libero spot.
Stepanek from the outside. Rodriguez once again going up with 1 and putting it down.
That one's got the gym quite fired up. He's got 2 so far. And then we got freshman chance starting already.
You hear it from the bench, but Owen Rodriguez, only a freshman yet, already a starter for this program. He's going to make his way to the bench as Arnett comes in for him. Cudzillo, big swing! Silencing the Duke's bench as quickly as they came alive.
That's what happens when you focus on passing. This Glenbard West team, an absolute lights-out passing team, and a great job by them to get it up and the middle run complete.
Finella to the bench, Johnson in as the setter. He is back. Small, Arnett, Stepanek!
Oh my goodness! Hunter Stepanek goes OT and drops that one just down underneath.
Going right at the libero marquee. And no punishment whatsoever. Stepanek now in the back row to serve. Cudzillo, Johnson, Jan unable to get that one down. Small this time, gets it through the block.
The junior getting in on the action this time, trying to let the freshman take his thunder.
Hunter Stepanek still back to serve for the Dukes. Floats this one right into the net, so that will leave the score 13-16. Glenbard West still up. Cudzillo back to serve now. Goes right at Stepanek. Arnett. McCall, big swing. Libero's there. Johnson to Cutzillo at the right side. Small kept that ball up. He's going to swing. Roll shot. Cutzillo. Johnson. Big swing from 9. It's blocked. Not going to fall there. So Ian Hoster going to get the kill there.
All started with an out-of-system set from Evans. Good, but just a little bit outside, allowing the GBW Hilltoppers to recover that one and go yet again. Good pass by Evans. Middle ball. That one just off the block of GBW. Good job by Owen Sir getting up on his route and just in time.
Connor Evans back to serve for the Dukes. Libero to Johnson. Otis Jan. Yet another kill for these middles.
Great pass by both sides so far, but Liberos on GBW has been absolute dime balls.
Jan right at small. Arnett to Nardini. Gets it through the block, and Nardini's fired up.
Yeah, we've seen Nardini get very active so far. We'll have to see how he continues to be implemented in this Dukes offense. We saw him get a yellow card the first game of the year when he decided to keep playing after the whistle was blown and absolutely just destroyed with the libero of the other team. That one just out of bounds, though, this time for Brady Stevens.
Stevens showing a little bit too much of the power there. As you mentioned, Leo Nardini, very much a passionate player. Back to serve is Finella. Stevens unable to get that one down. Finella back to serve once again.
Duke still trailing here as we enter the timeout. Mr. Dowdy decides to go 2 for 2 on his timeouts. He's left with none. 53 seconds till we come back. You're watching York Sports Network.
We welcome you back to the Dick Campbell Gym, where your score is 15-20. Glenbard West leads in this first set. Finella, the setter, back to serve for the Hilltoppers, looking to close this set out. 5 points separate the two teams. 5 points separate Glenbard West from winning this first set. Finella, right at small. Stevens, small, big swing. Finella going his outside. Number 9 puts that one down. Ian Hoster.
Yeah, amazing swing there by Alex Small, but an even better pass by the libero and GBW. Just an absolute dime, allowing them to stay in the system and run this offense so flawlessly.
Finella once again at small. The libero takes this one. Small going to swing. Roll shot there. Kidzo. Hoster. Big swing. Out of system ball here. Small has to free ball it over. Marquis. Finella. Belda. Stepanek got a hand on it, but that one's going to fall down right in front of the Dukes bench. Glenbard West inching closer to closing this first set out.
Yeah, good there. Good job there by Stevens, able to get underneath that one, get that one up, but the chase down not able to fall. And this one going the Dukes' way. GBW allowing a little bit more life into this Dukes offense. 16-22, still a little bit of separation for GBW.
Small fires, goes right at the libero. Markey, Finella, 20 swings. Evans has it. Stevens, Stepanek. Markey's got it. 9 pushes. Stevens back to Stepanek. This time he pushes it through the block. Kidzo, 20. Small uses his hands. Stevens, Stepanek. Kidzo's there. And that one just a little bit long. Kidzo's dig not quite up to par. Dukes now forming somewhat of a comeback.
Love to see that feed to Stepanek. Just a great use of what he's got.
Small flirts with the top of the net there, gets it over. We'll say he did that purposefully.
Dukes down now by 4. GBW trying to make a couple adjustments. Coach trying to shift over his defense. Wide seam in the middle. Alex Small goes for that seam. That one's too passed up.
Vanilla over to Clifford. Number 23 called for being in the net. That's the freshman, Rodriguez. Inexperience showing there. Now, back to serve, number 1, Carter Long. Long floats it over. Too much power there. His serve just long. In comes Owen's serve. Connor Evans to the bench. Leo Nardini to serve.
Good call by Alex as Leo tries to go back to the line. That
Leo
one just outside.
Just long there. Marquis now looking to close it out. 1 point separates the Hilltoppers from taking this first set. Marquis going with the jump float. Drops it right in front of Evans. Stevens, Stepanek. They're going to play another point there. Stepanek lays the hammer.
Absolute great feed there by Stevens to Stepanek. That dynamic duo. Love to see what they can accomplish later on this year. Alex Small so far looking like to be the serving target, but he's handling the pressure well. Duke's trail by 4.
Arnett back to serve. Rodriguez and Stevens to the bench. Too much there. And that's going to end your first set score, 25-20. Hilltoppers come away. Duke's trying to look to close out this game in 3. Don't go anywhere. Second set action about to come your way here on your sports network. Hello and welcome back to the Dick Campbell Gym. Second set action about to get underway. The Hilltoppers took the first one 20-25. Duke's looking to crawl back into this game, hopefully win in 3 for For York Sports Network, I'm Griffin, Hanna, joined alongside me, Henry Borchers. Henry, what do the Dukes have to change if they want to curve the outcomes of the first set?
Yeah, I like to see the Dukes clean up passing a little bit. You know, we passed well. I think Connor Evans did a great job receiving the serves, but I think if Dukes can clean up just a little bit more, keep the passes a little bit less tight to the net. We saw Brady Stevens really having to work the net, trying to stay out of it while keep the balls in play. And I think if we can continue to feed Hunter Stepanek, we saw the absolute massive kills he's had so far. So I say let's run that back. I think this Dukes team can be absolutely lethal.
Stepanek, the two-time all-conference player. Finella going to Clifford. Pancake there. Stepanek gets the kill. Connor Evans keeping that play alive with the pancake. Bench absolutely loving it.
GBW coach is fired up about that one. She did not like that one, as Dukes able to capitalize on a great opening serve.
Alex Small back to serve for the Dukes. Finella, Belda continuing his dominance throughout this game. He has been unstoppable from that middle spot. Markey back to serve for the Hilltoppers. Markey floats this one over, goes right at Small. GBW continuing to attack him on the serve. Finella sets dead. Clifford pushes. Nardini scoops it one up. Rodriguez just pushes it over. Finella this time to number 19. Otis Jan with the kill. Markey once again back to serve for the Hilltoppers. Evans still used his platform there. Nardini right at Marquis, sets dead. Out of system ball here. Clifford swings right at Evans. Stepanek this time fights it through the block. That ball finds its way to the ground. Dukes tied up at 2.
Dukes bench absolutely fired up about that one. Dukes now within, like you said, tied up, but I like to see them continue to push this pace. Nardini yet again back to the line. Let's see what he can do.
Nardini yet again serves it into the net. In comes Evans.
Nardini been pretty automatic from behind the line. We've seen in recent times. Don't know what's got behind him this time. We'll have to see where GBW elects to serve.
Johnson, Stevens, Rodriguez!
Oh my goodness, Owen Rodriguez! What an absolute kill.
And yet again, the bench erupts with the "He's a Freshman" chant, reminding these Hilltoppers with who just put that ball down. Arnett back to serve. Floats this one over, drops it right in front of Marquis. Johnson, Kidzo blocked by Stepanek.
Hunter Stepanek being that immovable wall. GBW is not happy about that one.
Hunter Stepanek started his high school career at the middle, transitioned to the outside spot. His block formidable either way. Arnett right at Kidzo. Johnson, Kidzo from the right side. Arnett uses his platform Small, out of system ball.
Oh!
Miscommunication there between Arnett and McCall results in the ball dropping.
Yeah, great hustle move there by Alex Small. He was almost halfway up the wall there, trying to get that one back up.
Small luckily escaped that with no injury. Kidzo, too much power there. Dukes up 1. Stepanek back to serve. Dukes continuing with the 6-2 rotation, so set will be dead the entire game. Stepanek. Johnson, right at 9. Arnett, out of system ball, goes to Small. Small, big swing, but it's blocked. They're going to call it out. Duke's point.
Great job there by Alex Small, getting wide, nice and out of system. He knew that set from Evans was going to come in wide and high. Doing a great job to use the heights. Hunter Stepanek, great serve.
Wallen, big swing. McCall's there. Small roll shot right over the net. Johnson sets out. Wallen yet again. He roll shots. McCall. Arnett. Small yet again. This time he swings. top of the net, rejects that one.
Good job by York to get them out of system. However, GBW is able to recapture and go on the attack. Still almost tied up here, 1 point separating two.
Hoster this time serves it in the net. Neither team able to elevate their serves quite yet. Connor Evans back to serve for the Dukes. Kidzo, Johnson, Belda. Stepanek hits the ground. Nardini tips it over. Marquis. Big swing from Hoster once again. Stepanek on the floor. This time he can't get it up.
Yeah, good job by Stepanek getting the first one up, getting back up and not able to grab that second one as fresh bodies come in for GBW.
Back to serve Finella. Small, Arnett back to Small. Marquis there. Finella, Hoster has to use the opposite hand. GBW almost kept it up with the scoops, but Nardini with the kill there.
Mr. Dowdy liking that one. Good job by Small to get that one in and a system.
In comes Stevens, in comes Rodriguez, McCall and Arnett to the bench. Stevens back to serve. Floats it over. Finella. Otis Jan, pancake!
Good job.
Yet again, Connor Evans getting there on the pancake.
Yeah, good job by Alex and Connor to get on that one. Just out the reach, though, of Stevens.
Carter Long back to serve. Small, can't quite get it with his hands. Out of system ball is taken by Stepanek. Roll shot by Small. Finella to Clifford, right off the fingertips of Evans.
Good job by Finella there to use a three pass and be able to set his hitters well and just outside of Evans' grasp. Dukes now tied up with GBW. It's been a long fight back and forth.
Carter Long, Stevens, Small! Skies up there to bring that ball down.
Great job by Small, serving, getting up there and getting back down.
Alex Small now to serve. Right at Long, Finella, Kidzo. Small hits the deck, Nardini pushes it over, Marquis, Finella, Kidzo once again, this time off Stevens' platform. Evans chasing it down, but it's gonna go off Yusuf's shoulder there. Ball getting to the bench before Evans could. Marquis now back to serve, tie game. This time it's in the net, so Dukes take the first team to 10. 10-9, Dukes lead. Nardini now to serve.
GBW coach not happy about that one. They've had a lot of missed serves so far tonight.
Nardini at Long, now Favela. Stevens. Stepanek pushes through the block there, drops it right in front of Finella.
Great job yet again by Hunter Stepanek, recognizing there's going to be that hole. They're not moving up to that 10-foot line to play defense before he gets the ball, and just able to tip that right down using his long wingspan.
Nardini serves. Kidzo, big swing there from Otis. Kidzo now on the attack. Nardini takes the out-of-system ball, goes to Stepanek right at Marquis. He gets it up. Long, back to Kidzo. Kidzo, blocked there. Finella, this time Clifford. Small's got it up. Roll shot there, drops down.
Oh my goodness, Hunter Stepanek doing a great job hitting those deep corners. GBW doing a terrible job covering the deep corners. They've left them wide open, and GBW coach not happy about this one. Leo Nardini, good serve.
Finella finds Otis Jan. He puts that ball down. Brings it back down to 2. Evans back in, Nardini to the bench.
Coach Rashkin going to offer some words of encouragement to Owen.
Sets alive as Stevens is in front row. Owen Sir puts that ball down with authority.
Great pass, great set, great kill. GBW struggling to hang on to the Dukes here.
In comes Arnett, Rodriguez, and Stevens to the bench. Chase McCall also re-enters the game. Arnett floats this one over, attacking that 116. Off the top, loop there. That's going to be a favorable Dukes point, as Markey wasn't ready to play it so high. Arnett, right at Kidzo. Big swing from Wallen, but it's wide right.
Great defense there by Hunter Stepanek. He knows where that line is. And the Dukes bench is loving this one as they force a timeout called by GBW. What an absolute electric game we've had so far.
First timeout called by GBW in either set. With that, we will take a short step aside. Don't go anywhere. You are watching boys volleyball here on York Sports Network.
Hello, Dukes. We welcome you back here to the Dick Campbell Gym. Dukes taking an early lead here halfway through the set, forcing a quick GBW timeout.
Arnett serves, goes right at Kidzo. Johnson, Wallen, out of system ball taken by Evans. McCall tries to fight through the block, serves there on the recovery. Overpass there results in free ball. Stepanek roll shot. Marquis. Sir puts the overpass down.
What an absolute good move there by Owen Sir, recognizing that ball is going to be an overpass. Coming back down. Good set by Evans, just a little bit too tight, resulting in a trap set, but good job by him to yet again pick that one back up.
Arnett, once again, two serve, goes right at Kidzo. Yet again attacking that 116. Kidzo swings. Arnett, roll shot from Stepanek. Johnson. Jan, miscommunication between Small and Evans results in the GBW point. Now only a 4-point lead.
Yeah, good move by both players. Just a little bit more communication. They've got that one on lockdown. Here comes GBW on the offensive.
Kidzo right at Stepanek. Arnett back to Stepanek. Can't get it through the blocks. Arnett now going to McCall. McCall fights through it.
Good
Small.
follow to the line, but this time Alex Small not able to pick that one up. That one just going to go a little bit wide of the line.
Small calling for it to be out of bounds. Refs believing otherwise. Kidzo. Small. Arnett up to Sir. Sir fights through the block.
Great run there and great awareness on the 3-pass. Brady Stevens doing a great job to get that one up. Sorry. Henry Arnett doing a great job. They get that one up just in time.
Stepanek now to serve. Kidzillo. Johnson. Jan. Arnett. Small roll shot. Kidzillo. Johnson. Warren now swings. Sorry, Wallen, not Warren. Evans out assists the ball to Small. Small fights through the block. Gets that one to fall.
Good job by Small. He likes to tool. He likes to hit deep corners. We've seen the absolute versatility from him today. He's shown his true athleticism so far.
Hunter Stepanek. Kidzillo. Johnson. Big swing there from Hoster, but Evans keeps it up. Hoster once again, this time tipped by the block. Arnett. Stepanek back row attack.
DeSanto's got a little bit of resurgence. As the Dukes would like to take a timeout, they're going to think this one over. Here in 45 seconds, 23-18 your score here in the Dick Campbell Gym. We welcome you back here into the Dick Campbell Gym. 23-18 your score. Dukes on top so far. GBW with a little bit of resurgence. Have to see if they can keep up the momentum or if the Dukes can perform a lockout to take set number 2.
Small. Stevens, Nardini, big swing trying to end this set. Stepanek tips it over the block. Stevens now going back to Stepanek. He pushes once again. Marquis takes the out-of-system ball. Cadzillo, big swing, up by Jan. Finella, Cadzillo swings. Stevens back up with it. Evans out-of-system ball. Stepanek swings. Finella, Cadzillo blocked, but it goes out. We apologize for the audio blowing out there. Your score, 23-19 here in the second set. For those just joining now, Glenbard West pulled away with the first set. Dukes trying to get it to a 3-set game. Glenbard West trying to end this one early. Marquis serves right at small. Stevens. Big swing from Rodriguez.
He's 4 for 4 throughout the night. Only one blocked by him, but absolutely electric job from him on the right side. The freshman chance erupting here in the York Gym.
Leo Nardini back to serve. 1 point separating the Dukes from a 3-set game. Cadzillo, Finella. Cadzillo swings, get that one to touch. Dukes bench calling it out, ref. Seeing that one, I think hit back line. Johnson back to serve. Goes at Stepanek. Stevens back to Stepanek. He swings, gets blocked. Small chasing it down. And the Hilltoppers keep this set alive.
Dukes here looking to stop the bleeding as the Hilltoppers have really taken over the later part of this set. Coach for GBW giving the sign. Here comes the serve.
Johnson once again floats it over. Stepanek this time gets it to fall, and the Dukes will be playing a third set. Coming away 25-21. Third set action about to get underway. Don't go anywhere. You are watching boys volleyball here on York Sports Network. We welcome you back here to the Dick Campbell Gym. Third set action about to get underway. Glenbard West taking the first one, 20-25. Duke storming back in the second set, 25-19. Now your score, 0-0. One set to determine the match.
Yeah, this one's going to be to 15. Not 25 like we see in clubs sometimes, so GBW going to be very aggressive. GBW, like I said, going to be very aggressive. I think watch them do a better job covering these deep corners. We've seen Coach for GBW get extremely mad. Assistant Johnny Winkler on the bench pointing some of that out as well. But absolutely, I think watch them covering deep corners. I think their serving target will still be Alex Small, I believe. He's passed pretty well so far. I think Connor Evans, the same way, has passed pretty well. I think he will be the weaker of the two passers, though, and I look for them to target them, or possibly even Hunter Stepanek trying to get him out of the system and try to take away that lethal option. Seen a great block, though, by Owen Rodriguez, and we've seen how capable he's been so far throughout the night. He's got 4 for 5 so far for kills, and he is 3 for 4 in blocking. So what an absolute stat line there for the freshman. We've seen the chance wanting him all night long. So one more set, 15 more points to decide the winner of this game. The two conference rivals going back to fourth that entire second set, with GBW almost catching up to the Dukes, and the Dukes just lucking out.
Interesting story here. You mentioned his name. Johnny Winkler, the assistant coach for Glenbard West Volleyball. He is the head coach for the Rise Up Volleyball Club, which majority of the class of 2027 Dukes players play on during the club season. Stepanek swings there. Finella. Hoster blocks! Leo Nardini sending that one careening back.
That matchup of Leo Nardini and Owen Rodriguez is an absolute dynamic duo. When those two get up, you're not going over them, and you're not going around them. Leo Nardini.
He floats it over right at Godzilla. Nardini. Stevens. Rodriguez unable to get it, scoops it up. Nardini. Big block there from Surin. Stepanek blocking Belda's chance.
Owen Sir and Leo Nardini putting on an absolute masterclass so far through this third set. Deep blocks and deep serves.
Wallen unable to get that attack to fall. Stepanek free balls it over. Marquis takes the out-of-system ball. Wallen, roll shot. Stevens, yet another out-of-system ball here, this time for the Dukes. Rodriguez swings, puts it down, just barely gets paint.
Yet again, Owen Rodriguez, 5 for 6. An absolute freshman unit on the right side. I know Coach Dowdy is very happy to have him.
Nardini, Finella. Big swing there from Hoster right off the platform of Stevens.
Yeah, Stevens not able to control that one, but I want to say good heads-up play there earlier in that pass point by Hunter Stepanek trying to get the setter out of system, and good job making the libero take that second ball.
Carter Long back to serve. Big kill there from Owen Sir.
Great job by Owen Sir. Good pass by Hunter Stepanek, just enough to keep them in system. Coach Rashkan offering a couple last words of encouragement before the Dukes continue their advancement.
In comes Arnett and McCall, Rodriguez, and Stevens to the bench. Dukes maintaining that 6-2 rotation throughout the entirety of this game. Arnett right at Kadzillo. Big swing, and Belda able to fight through the block. He's going to go to the bench. In comes Otis Yan and Marquis back to serve for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, Owen Sir all alone on the middle block that time, as he's not able to control it. And that one just off the side of his platform.
Marquis right at Small. Arnett, Sir swings. And GBW keeps it alive with a free ball. Arnett this time to Stepanek, and he gets blocked. Not a very common occurrence. Hunter Stepanek blocked by the right side. Wallen.
Yeah, Wallen doing a great job to get up there with the middle and set that two-person right side block. Hunter Stepanek not able to swing through that one.
Arnett. This time, Stepanek able to get through the GBW block.
What a push there from Arnett. Great job. Elects to go cross court to Hunter Stepanek. And GBW coach not happy about that one. Gets Johnny Winkler off his feet.
Stepanek right at marquee. Finella, Wallen, big swing. Stepanek with an incredible dig. Free ball from Stepanek. Finello back to Wallen. This time it's out.
Alex Small trying to go one-on-one with him, but that ball is swung way out of bounds, and that gets the Dukes bench fired up as they start the chants for the second time of the night.
Stepanek right at long. Finella this time going to Cudzillo, and they're going to call that one down.
Just a little bit of a misread there by Connor Evans, but he's been playing absolutely lights out tonight, so not a terrible mistake by him.
Cole Johnson. Cole spelled with a K. Definitely don't see that all the time. Johnson serves. Arnett pushes to Small. Small swings! And that one gets down.
Great swing there by Small. He's able to get that one deep corner as libero for GBW pretty much just gives up on that one, lets that one drop way out of bounds.
You mentioned it earlier, Henry. Third set only goes to 15. So Dukes inching ever closer. And that ball is out. So Dukes cross the halfway point now to winning this game.
We like to say it's a game to first to 5, first to 10, first to 15, and the Dukes have really showed that one so far. Coach Dowdy really fired up.
Johnson this time going to Clifford, and he gets that ball down.
The one-on-one with McCall, not able to secure that one this time. Glenbard West JV trying to start a little bit of chant and get some energy back into their bench.
Cudzillo right at Small. Arnett to Nardini. And they're going to say that one was tipped off the block. Dukes point there.
Great job there by Nardini, not only getting up, but able to get the tool off them. And GBW coach have to be explained to on what that call was.
Rodriguez and Stevens returning to the game. McCall and Arnett to the bench. Stevens, Cudzillo, Johnson, big swing there. Rodriguez tips it over the net, but they're going to call him for going under.
What an amazing save by Connor Evans on that one, but the trap set by Stevens just a little bit too close this time.
Jan back to serve. Stepanek uses his platform. Back row attack for Stepanek. He's just going to dump it over. Belda puts that ball down, and now GBW's on the comeback.
Yeah, a little bit of a misread there by Hunter Stepanek. Brady Stevens thought he was running that middle ball. Not able to recover this time, though, and here comes GBW, 9-7.
Jan floats it over right at Small. Small pushes that one over. Cudzillo. Clifford gets it right over the York block, and nobody's there to recover. No, only 1 point separating the two teams.
A little bit of a miscommunication there by the Dukes defense.
Jan, Stepanek. Nardini just wide there.
Here comes GBW, though, like we said, first to 10. They've outscored the Dukes here in the past 4 points. GBW coach trying to give some encouragement now.
Jan once again at Stepanek. Small swings. This time it's going to fall. Dukes finally escape that serve receive.
Great spot there by Small. He's able to draw that defense off sides, if you will. Bring a little bit of football into volleyball.
Oster. Clifford swings and that ball drops. Rodriguez and Steven just not communicating with one another.
Yeah, the freshman hasn't played a whole lot in varsity play. As we know, he's only the freshman, so comes with time.
Stepanek. Steven. Rodriguez swings. That gets blocked, but it's going out of bounds. Duke's point.
Great job there by Rodriguez. He knew he was going to be wide and out of system, if you will, so he's able to tool that one off the GBW block.
Leo Nardini serves this one into the net. That's been a problem for him all game long. and it's coming up in a pressure cooker scenario there. 11-11 is your score. Third set action. 4 points separate the two teams from taking away this set. Stepanek swings, serves there on the rebound. Stepanek once again swings. This time he puts it down.
That's been the nail in the coffin for GBW, at least in that second set we saw. We saw that their wide open corners, they just not protected them. We've seen GBW, Johnny Winkler was getting real mad about that one in set 2. And Duke's really taking advantage of this opportunity they've been given.
Arnett floats this one over. Godzilla, Vanilla, Belda into the net there.
That one's nothing but nylon for GBW, not what they want to see. Duke's up 2.
2 points separating the Dukes from victory. 2 points separate them from the Hilltoppers. Vanilla out to Godzilla. He swings. Arnett's got it. Evans, big swing from Stepanek, and that one's going to get there and call that out.
What a beautiful back set there by Evans. Perfect spot. Hunter Stepanek going able to get up for that one.
I would have told you that one at least caught paint, but refs disagree. Marquis back to serve. Arnett gives it to Sir. That one! They're going to call that out again. This game's tied. 13-13 now.
GBW getting a little lucky with these calls.
It is win by 2, so one team will have to get 2 points consecutively to put this one away by 15. Cudzillo, Finella, back to Cudzillo. Arnett out of system balls. Goes to McCall. McCall pushes into the net.
McCall, unlucky for this one. Coach Dowdy electing not to take a timeout. He's going to let the boys play.
Marquis. Small. Oh, that's going to end it. Marquis, back-to-back serving points there. That leaves your third set score 15-13. JBW wins in 3, taking the first and third set. Timeout York Dukes. Wait, so they do play to 25. That's what I thought.
We played to 15 the other day.
Does JV play to 15?
Oh,
and then
true.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck me.
Little boys.
We apologize for that. The teams actually play to 25 at the varsity level. At the JV level, the third set ends at 25. We apologize for that misconception there. Our resident rules analyst, Henry Borchers,
Not right on that one. Sorry about that.
Not right, but you were just mixed up.
Yeah.
JV, they play to 15. Varsity, they play to 25. Marquis, yet again, back to serve for Glenbard West. Stepanek. Arnett, Sir. Arnett back to Stepanek. This time he tries to push through, and it goes out. Dukes quickly turning the tides of this game. Quinn Feeney comes into the game. This is his first action. He's going to be at right side, taking out McCall.
Yeah, we've seen a little too many mistakes from McCall. Coach Guy just want to see.
Stepanek hits the ground there. They're going to call it out before he could get the pancake to go. Back comes Johnson. Back comes Clifford. Wallen and Finella to the bench.
Duke's trying to see what they can make happen here, trying to stop the bleeding.
Cole Johnson, too much power there. Dukes get the serve right back. That puts your score 15-16. Dukes trail by 1.
Good job by the Dukes to try to bring this one back. Quinn Feeney still in for the Dukes.
Evans, Cudzillo, Johnson, Clifford right at Evans. He got it back up. Arnett, big swing from Alex Small, and they're going to say it was tipped.
Alex Small, some would call him a power hitter, but showing how he himself is so versatile. We've seen him play great defense so far. Pretty good serve receive.
Evans goes right at long. Big swing from Jan, but Leo Nardini sends it right back.
Middle back creeping way too far forward and not able to return that one this time. Great serves so far by the Dukes.
Dukes now up 1. Evans floats it over, goes right at Cudzillo. Bad ball. They're just going to free ball it over. Dukes now with an opportunity here. Arnett. Leo Nardini, how do you do?
Leo Nardini, he's going to go on miss serves tonight, but he quite has made up for it so far with his kills. That forces GBW into their another timeout as we head to break. Dukes up 2 over GBW.
18-16, your score. Neither team with the timeout. After this, don't go anywhere. You are watching York Sports Network. Welcome back to the Dick Campbell Gym. Your score, 18-16. Dukes lead the Hilltoppers here in the third set. Target score, 25. Clifford gets it over. Free ball opportunity here for the Dukes. Small swings on it. Marquis gets his platform there. Johnson over to Godzilla at the right side. Small keeps it alive. Small from the outside. Swings, gets blocked. Almost kept it up. Went underneath the net, though.
Great job by Small, able to get his ball up and transition outwards, not once but twice, and just not enough in the tank left for that last coverage play.
In comes Hoster, long to the bench. Arnett looking for the middle ball there. That's going to go out of bounds. Now we have a tie game at 18.
Yeah, that one sends Nardini swimming a little bit, and Hunter not able to pick that one up on the outside.
Stepanek, Arnett. Feeney tries to push through the block. Evans is there. Small, great reach there. And Clifford's going to get the kill on a messy rally there. Puts his team up 1.
Yeah, good job by Feeney, able to get just wide enough to push that ball out. Right over the head of Evans, though. Not enough left in the tank for that one.
Godzilla serves it. Small swings, Marquis unable to get his platform there. Dukes now tie this game.
Great job by the Dukes trying to get GBW pushed back into their own area.
In comes Stevens and Rodriguez. Arnett and Feeney to the bench. Stevens serves right at Godzilla. Clifford swings, Evans keeps it alive. Free ball from Stepanek. Marquis. Johnson, Clifford pushes that one down, gets his team to 21st.
Stevens not able to drop down and pick that one up for the Dukes. And here comes GBW, 19-20.
Small, Rodriguez calls for it, miscommunication there. Johnson gives it there, and Belda gets that one to drop. 21-19 is your score. Neither Dowdy going to call his final timeout of the set, doing everything in his power to halt this momentum shift. That leaves your score 21-19. Minute break here. Don't go anywhere. You are watching boys volleyball here on York Sports Network. Dick Campbell Gym coming alive here Dukes trail 19-21. Their volleyball program rivaled Glenbard West Hilltoppers lead.
Dukes still remain with one timeout, according to the officials.
Otis Jan serves. Stevens, Nardini, big swing!
Leo Nardini yet again. An amazing swing from him and a great set by Stevens.
Alex Small, back to serve. Dowdy giving him the zone. He's going at that 5-6 seam. Johnson, Clifford, blocked by Stepanek.
We know Leo and Stepanek are big friends outside of the court, but they're an even bigger duo inside of the court.
We have a brand new ball game here. 21-21's the same as 0-0. First team to 4 points wins the game. Hoster pushes, and they're going to call that one in. Duke's bench calling for it to be out.
Duke's bench calling for a little instant replay, a little VAR action. Too bad we don't have that in high school sports.
Finella going with the quick serve here. Stepanek uses his platform. Steven gives it back to him. Big swing, but it's blocked! In GBW bench losing their minds.
Duke's now in a tricky spot. You're down 2. The quick serve.
Serves right back at Stepanek. This time it's a 3-point pass. Nardini gets it. And they're going to get called for a lift. Duke's still in this one, 22-23.
GBW coach not happy with that one. She is real angry now.
Nardini to serve. Finella gives it to Belda. That one falls, 24-22.
Duke's looking to push 2.
Nardini to the bench. The back row for the Dukes is Evans, Small, and Stepanek. The front row is Sir, Stevens, and Rodriguez. Stepanek, Stevens, back to Stepanek, big swing! Hunter Stepanek comes up big in the clutch.
Hunter Stepanek keeping his Duke team alive. 23-24, Duke's pushing 1.
In comes Owen Rodriguez and Brady Stevens out, and the scoreboard has lost its power.
Looks like the scores table possibly also might have lost power as the scoreboard turned off as well.
Now it's back, 23-24 your score. Dukes have to score here to push this one into an extra point. If not, GBW comes away with the match. Finella, Kizzulo, Stepanek, free ball. Marquis, Finella, Kizzulo ends it there. Kizzulo puts it right in the middle of every zone to end the game. That leaves your third set score 23-25. Glenbard West comes into the Duke's house and takes away victory.
It's been an absolute battle so far. 2 absolute powerhouses. York, I have to say, did an amazing job battling back to get that second set win, and it's been close all night long.
First loss on the Duke record comes by the way of the Hilltoppers. Special thanks to Mateo Rivera, Ben Brisk, Luca DeSanto, John Finucane. For Henry Borchers, I've been Griffin, Hanna. For YSN, good night and go Dukes.